Virginia Tobacco Company, home of famous Humbar cigarettes, the menthol carbonated cigarette, is one of the many big producers in Tobacco Land, USA. Let's go behind the scenes where we see the Old Virginia Tobacco Company in a state of excitement. The quarterly sales report has just arrived, and the big question on everyone's lips is, are Humbars America's favorite cigarette?
Next, in first place, by 1.5 million, Kenyans.
Kenyans?
In second place, by 1 million, Humbars.
Second. I want Humbars first. I'll give you characters. Just 3 more months. 1 more quota. By that time, I want every man, woman, and child in the country smoking Humbar.
I'll tell you how I smell corporate waste. I smell it CEO. And profits are the bottom line. I see some ways they can go. Sucking bait to see the C-suite. You're a company man. Blowing bonds, season after pennies acquisition. Finally bent you over to assume the position. Desperately employees pray for prosperity. They're desperate for a taste. So they show their respect to the man with the check. Even though the fucker is just corporate waste. Corporate waste. Corporate waste. Corporate waste. Corporate waste. Corporate waste. What's that? Thinking the value of your labor for their own. With their lives and waste in a kind of profit. They took the workforce to keep blood in their pockets. Something of other. Desperate to convince you of their lies. Their life stories telling you they bet your better time is all that exact book exposing their hypocrisy. Corporate waste. Corporate waste. Corporate waste. Corporate waste. Your God is not a CEO. The subservient mentality has got to go. Let's corporate greed, the sex with grog. More human compassion and more fucking rock.
Now this here chart shows the rise of cigarette smoking in the last 10 years. Here we see that lung cancer has increased at the same ratio as cigarette. Oops, or wrong chart.
Oops.
Yeah.
Then all those figures that show smoking and cancer really do have a relationship. Smoking could cause cancer.
That's a nasty, dirty thing to say, son. A lovely, pure white cigarette causing cancer. It gets me right here.
But I mean it, Dad. Does cigarette smoking cause cancer?
Well, they say it does. We say it don't.
But if they're right, smoking could shorten life.
Well, what's 2 to 10 years, more or less, son? Remember, the world's too crowded already. Remember, son, money talks. And right now it says for you to quit biting the hand that's feeding you.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with anger and love. Violence and murder, Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the shock and horror in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, my administration has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Free speech, citizenship, the rule of law must stop right now.
Turn out the radio! Nah, fuck it, turn it off. Fear is your only God on the radio. Nah, fuck it, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn out the radio. Nah, fuck it, turn it off. Fear is your only God on the radio. Yeah, fuck it. Your savior, my guillotine crosses and kerosene. Words on the networks, slanging nerve gas. Jump the boogie and bang, let 'em hang. Try to stop the void, let's capture this mayhem. Undressed and blessed by the Lord. The power pendulum swings by the umbilical cord. Men grabbing their mics and stuff them into the womb. Terror's the product you push. Well, I'm a truth addict, oh shit, I got a head rush. Check out the new style that Ali found. A little play with the bullets, take down the devil sound. Shut down the devil sound. It's the program of Vietnam. Shut down the devil sound. Turn off the radio. Nah, fuck it. Turn it off. Fear is your only god on the radio. Nah, fuck it. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn on the radio. Nah, fuck it. Turn it off. Fear is your only god on the radio. Fuck it. Your savior, my guillotine crosses and kerosene. Flex the cerebellum. Fire. Somebody gotta sell them. These evil angels lists. Hitting the AM playlist. Paid to say this. That one's inhuman. Illegal. Single. Woman. The one without a movement. The transmission is crushing our necks. Yeah, coming down like knees from Derek Chauvin. Terror's the product you push. Oh, I'm a head addict. Oh shit, I got a head rush. The sheep trembling, here comes the votes. Thrown from the throats, cages and scapegoats. One caution, the mic's a detonator unwound. To shut down the devil sound. Shut down the devil sound. Protect the head valves of Vietnam. Shut down the devil sound.
Take Joe, for example. He came, as many of the recruits do, from a small town in Michigan. He was looking for a life that would give him the feeling of being worthwhile. Every effort is made to select the finest men. He learned to use all types of firearms and spent many hours in target practice. In commando practice, cadet officers learn how a group of men working as one can be an effective wedge between destructive mobs and the peaceful citizen and his property. Some of the police academy work was fun, like the day Joe volunteered to be a guinea pig for a polygraph or lie detector test. But when the machine showed he was lying, just for fun of course, he readily admitted that the polygraph had outsmarted him. Then came that great day when Joe first put on his new uniform. Oh, it wasn't an important arrest, and Joe wasn't a hero. But for the first time, he felt as though he really was a police officer.
Following the right movement, you clamp down material fast. Drugs became conveniently available for all the kids. Following the right movement, you clamp down with your iron fist. Drugs became conveniently available for all the kids. I buy my thoughts, my prayers, my gun, right here in the USA.
Nearly 2 million Americans incarcerated in the prison system of the U.S.
They're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison for you and me. Another prison system, another prison system, another prison system for you and me.
Minor drug offenses, to your prisons, you don't even flinch. All our taxes going through your war against the new non-rich. What about my gun, my prayers, my thoughts right here in the USA?
The percentage of Americans in the prison system has doubled since 1985.
They're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison. For you and me, another prison system, another prison system, another prison system. For you and me, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison.
You and me. All research and successful drug policy shows that treatment should be increased and law enforcement decreased while abolishing mandatory minimum sentences. All research and successful drug policy shows that treatment should be increased and law enforcement decreased while abolishing mandatory minimum sentences. Utilizing drugs to pay for secret wars around the world. Drugs are now your global policy. Now you police the globe. What about my thoughts, my prayers, my gun, right here in the USA?
Drug money is used for re-elections and trade brutal response to dictators around the world.
They're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison. For you and me, another prison system, another prison system, another prison system. For you and me, living, and die, and die, and die. For you and me, living, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison, they're trying to build a prison.
I'm so excited to host this briefing today in honor of National Bring Your Kids to Work Day. My job at the White House is to communicate the President's message. We are here to make America great again, and we live in the best country in the history of the world. I want to know if Donald Trump likes to give hugs. I've seen him give many hugs to children. How many people has he fired? We have not had anyone fired. What's the state of the border?
Civil rights groups say last week's deportations included 3 American children, all U.S. citizens. One of them is battling cancer. Parenting 101.
And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. I never went to the island, but Larry Summers, I hear, went there. He was the head of Harvard. I never had the privilege of going to his island.
right back, gang. It truly was the road. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. It's me. I'm sorry. It's Hellion.Vision from the channel Hellion.Vision. Just wanted to let you know real quick that your style is bad. It's not good. It's really not good at all. But it's okay. I'm here to help. That's right. Designed by yours truly. It's time you got some clothes that rip as hard as you do, don't you think? Look at this fancy number right here. Look at this little number right here. Or how about this one? Yeah, you'd like to wear that, wouldn't you? Order this one, drape it over your nips, boom, it's Knit Miss. In all sincerity, I had a lot of fun designing these clothes. I want to do it a lot more, and it's a great way to support the channel. Oh, wait a minute, handsome viewer, I forgot to tell you. Channel members get discounts. What is up, everybody? Oh, damn it, I did it again with the reverb. Hold on, I'm gonna turn that off. But first, I need to see what madness is happening in the chat. I left you guys alone for way too long there. Let's see. Look, oh, Snugs in the chat. We got everybody's here today. Everyone's here today. What's up, everybody? Ooh, yeah, we're doing System of a Down. Yes, we did. Oh, Johnny, what is up? Oh, man. What's up, everybody? So psyched to see you all. Let me turn the reverb off and so I can stop being a freak. And let's get down to it. We got stuff. Guys, we got stuff. I know last week I said we got stuff. We got stuff again. So give me 1 second. Boom. Wow. Okay. So much more relatable. All right. Let's do this. All right, guys. We gotta. Oh, whoa. Cloud from Final Fantasy telling you to check in on your friend's mental health. It was just the ad you got served. That's amazing. That does make me incredibly happy. Guys, everybody, Tony Soprano, wifey in the chat. Everybody make sure to throw her a big congratulations. She just opened a brick and mortar. She's rocking it. Todd, what's up, dude? Very glad to see you. Oh, Hellion Flippy Flop. Oh, I got, shit, Snugs. I got called on the flops. Yeah, I'm flopping right now. I'm flopping. Maybe we should do some flip-flops. That would be cool. Maybe I'll put something on there that'd be nice to step on. All right, gang. So let's pop off here, all right? I had a whole list of stuff, and I now haven't seen any of this RFK Tism stuff. So let's check in on that real quick so we can be up to date. But I got plenty of fun stuff for us, guys. We're gonna be looking at Charlie Kirk's memorial breaking GRINDR. Okay, that's a fun time. We're looking at Trump's education plan. It's not good. We're also gonna be looking at a Karen in a town hall meeting. We got another town hall hero. This was a lady who was going for a little, she was trying to do some anti-LGBTQ stuff. and made herself looking entirely sensible by getting nude in the middle of the town hall. So we got a lot of stuff going on, guys. We're also going to talk about dildos for Kimmel. So, I'll explain that later, but I'm going to leave that exactly where it is right there. And let's look up some of this nightmarish RFK. I believe the word on the street is we are we're curing autism by not taking Tylenol anymore. Okay, so let's check that out. Here we go, guys. This is gonna be terrible. Let's just dive right in. And let me get over here. Let's see what this is. Oh, let's see what was announced. Can't be good, can't be smart.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. So I've been waiting for this meeting for 20 years, actually. And it's not that everything's 100% understood or known, but I think we've made a lot of strides. Wish it was done a long time ago. Today, we're delighted to be joined by America's top medical and public health professionals as we announce historic steps to confront the crisis of autism. Horrible.
Okay, before we dive in, let's just set a couple ground rules here, everybody. We all know that this is not something that needs to be cured, right? Like we don't need to be saying that around here, right? It's not like people with autism are like, medically damaged and need to be cured. Okay. Let's just continue there.
Crisis. I want to thank the man who brought this issue to the forefront of American politics along with me. And we actually met in my office, is it like 20 years ago, Bobby? It's probably 20 years ago in New York. I was a developer, as you probably heard, and I always had very strong feelings about autism and how it happened and where it came from. And he and I don't know, the word got out, and I wouldn't say that people were very understanding of where we were, but it's turning out that we understood a lot more than a lot of people who studied it, we think.
What?
And I say we think because I don't think they were really letting the public.
What? Wait, how can you just how can you just say that? This is, okay, well, to be fair, this is like the whole thing, right, with the Conservative Party. It's like, yeah, I know that better than the doctors who study it for years because I had a hunch, man, and you should have, man, this hunch was wild. It was a wild hunch. I hunched so hard about it.
Know what they knew. Thanks as well to the director of the National Institute of Health, Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty McCary. These are great people. Administrator of the Centers for Medicine and Medicaid Services, Dr. Mehmet Oz, and Acting Assistant Secretary of HHS, Dr. Dorothy Fink. So thank you all. Thank you, Dorothy, very much. The meteoric rise in
Ella
autism
introduction?
is among the most alarming public health developments in history. There's never been anything like this. Just a few decades ago, 1 in 10,000 children had autism. So that's not a long time. And I've always heard, they say a few, but I think it's a lot less time than that. It used to be 1 in 20,000, then 1 in 10,000, and I would say that's probably 18 years ago. And now it's 1 in 31, but in some areas it's much worse than that, if you can believe it, 1 in 31. And I gave numbers yesterday. For boys, it's 1 in 12. I was told that's in California where they have for some reason, a more severe problem. But whether it's 1 in 12 or 1 in 31, can you imagine? That's down from 1 in 20,000 and 1 in 10,000.
All right, can I just say, while he's on the ramble here, okay? This man cannot ramble like he used to, all right? There's really no redeeming Trump qualities at all, but he used to at least keep shit spicy and interesting. Now, holy shit, dude. He's lost some of that, he's lost a little bit of that razzle-dazzle.
Instead of attacking those who ask questions, everyone should be grateful for those who are trying to get the answers to this complex situation. And the first day all of these great doctors behind me were there, I told them this is what we have to find out. Because when you go from 20,000 to 10,000 and then you go to 12, you know there's something artificial. They're taking something. And by the way, I think I can say that there are certain groups of people that don't take vaccines and don't take any pills that have no autism. That have no autism. Does that tell you something?
He sounds sickly.
Is that a correct statement, by the way?
There are some studies that suggest that, with the Amish, for example.
The Amish, yeah, virtually. I heard none. See, Bobby wants to be very careful with what he says, and he should, but I'm not.
Is he saying there's no... He's God, Trump's like, I'm not going to be careful with what I say. The Amish have no autism. Is there, like, research on that? What?
Physicians at the use of well, let's see how we say that.
Oh, come on. Yo, he can't say acetaminophen. He can't say acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen. Is that okay?
You dumb fucker. That's crazy.
Commonly known as Tylenol. During pregnancy can be associated.
Yo, this guy cannot say acetaminophen, and he said, we got something figured out that the doctors do not have figured out right now, and this guy cannot say acetaminophen. I thought he could say cinnamon. He's definitely a cinnamon guy.
With a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. I'll say it. It's not good. For this reason, they are strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary. That's, for instance, in cases of extremely high fever, that you feel you can't tough it out, you can't do it. I guess there's that. It's a small number of cases, I think.
Yo, this is crazy.
If you can't tough it out, if you can't do it, that's what you're going to have to do. You'll take a Tylenol, but it'll be very sparingly. It can be something that's very dangerous to the woman's health. In other words, a fever that's very, very dangerous. And
he's just saying shit. He's just saying the same shit over and over again.
And you shouldn't take it during the entire pregnancy. They may tell you that toward the end of the pregnancy, you shouldn't take it during the entire. And you shouldn't give the child the Tylenol every time he's born and he goes and has a shot.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Every time your child's born, you shouldn't give Tylenol to that child. If you give Tylenol to your child every time he's born, just give it to him the one time he's born.
Medication while pregnant. So ideally, you don't take it at all. But if you can't tough it out, if there's a problem, you're going to end up doing it.
Yeah, if you have a fever that's real bad. I mean, first of all, you know how, like, if you have a fever, you just reach for the acetaminophen, like, immediately. Yeah, like, that's what you have. You have, like, a mild fever. He's like, if you got a fever that you can't handle, yeah, go ahead, pop an acetaminophen. You know, could be a little bit of Tism there, but, you know, not anything that you can't have one every once in a while for. What? Yeah, and I'm sure Forden, I'm going to have to check that out. Was that already on the Tylenol bottle, not to have all pregnant? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Tony, leave the pregnant women alone. I think he should probably, I think all the women he should probably off limits from. Can we do that? Can we do just like an entire, like, restraining order there?
I can tell you that I'll say that they will maybe say at a little bit later date, but I think when you go for the shot, you do it over a 5-time period. Take it over 5 times or 4 times, but you take it in smaller doses and you spread it out over a period of years. And they pump so much stuff into those beautiful little babies. It's a disgrace.
Oh, Guy, you can't call babies beautiful. You can't do that. Everyone's watching. You can't do that in front of the whole world. We already know you think the babies are beautiful. You can't say it out loud.
I don't see it. I think it's very bad. They're pumping, it looks like they're pumping into a horse. You have a little child, little fragile child, and you get a vat of 80 different vaccines, I guess, 80 different.
Dip them in the vat.
And they pump it in.
Dip them in the vat.
So, ideally,
put that baby in the vat.
Won't take Tylenol. And on the vaccines, it would be good instead of one visit where they pump the baby, load it up with stuff. You'll do it over a period of...
He talks about the baby like it's a goddamn stuffed hot dog. Like, it's like that baby's loaded with cheese. What does he think they're doing?
And you know it's artificially induced. It's not like something that... when you go from all of those, healthy babies to a point where I don't even know structurally if a country can afford it. And that's the least of the problems. To have families destroyed over this is just so terrible.
You're going to destroy them.
And we've already done this. We want no mercury in the vaccine. We want no aluminum in the vaccine. The MMR, I think, should be taken.
He can barely say aluminum. Did we all catch that? My Brits are adding extra syllables to aluminum, and this guy can't even say it.
Separately. And it seems to be that when you mix them, there could be a problem. So there's no downside in taking them separately. In fact, they think it's better, so let it be separate. The chicken pox is already separate because when that got mixed in, I guess they made it for a while, it really was bad. So they make chicken pox. Individually, they're okay. When you mix them, something maybe happens. So there's no downside in doing it. It's not like, if you do it, bad things. No, it's only good side. And it may not have that much of an impact, but it may have a big impact. So let those be.
This guy uses so many words to say nothing.
Is sexually
hepatitis B.
And then hepatitis B is sexually transmitted. There's no reason to give a baby that's almost just born hepatitis B. So I would say wait till the baby is 12 years old and formed and take hepatitis B. And I think if you do those things, it's going to be a whole different, it's going to be a revolution in a positive sense in the country. The FDA will be updating the label of an existing drug to reflect potential benefits in reducing some autism.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Great point, Jeshua. He was talking about our vaccines for so long, I forgot this whole thing was about Tylenol and autism. Oh shit, man. He does throw you around for the old confusion curveball, right? He does have that.
Symptoms. This gives hope to the many parents with autistic children that it may be possible to improve their lives. That's one of the things that I'm very, very happy about. I mean, this was mostly going to be on how not to have the child affected, but we've learned some pretty good.
Yeah, Snugs. It's basically like Tim and Eric, 100%.
Of genius that can be given to a baby. And
wait. Oh, sorry, hold on. I missed certain elements of baby geniuses.
Some pretty good things about certain elements of genius that can be given to a baby, and the baby can get better. And in some cases, maybe substantially better.
Super babies.
Not going to be easy, but
not going to be easy. You want super babies? It's not going to be easy. You gotta get that genius gene in them.
They fully understand. I feel so terribly for. I have so many friends with autistic children. It's a tough situation.
Weird flex.
Finally, to help reach the ultimate goal of ending the autism fever, the NIH will be announcing 13 major grant awards from the Autism Data Science Initiative.
Oh, Lucifer Lane's in the chat. What's up? Yeah, fascist drunk history, 100%.
Money
spitting.
But they have to do, and they have to move quickly. They when the alternative is that nothing bad can happen, let's do it now. I was just saying to Bobby in the group, let's do it now. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. But with
guys, hold on.
Now, nothing bad can happen. It
can only good happen. It can only good happen. It can only good happen. It can only good happen. Bobby's got to share a little bit of the worm with him. Trump needs a little bit of Bobby's worm, and I think maybe he would get a little bit of that old razzle dazzle back.
Can only good happen. But with Tylenol, don't take it. Don't take it. And if you can't live, if your fever is so bad, you have to take one because there's no alternative to that. Sadly, first question, what can you take instead? It's actually, there's not an alternative to that.
Yeah, if there's no alternative to taking Tylenol and Tylenol gives you autism, why would you even be like, you could take one? If you have a fever and it's so bad, you can take one. Like, what is this? What is this shit, dude?
And as you know, other of the medicines are absolutely proven bad. I mean, they've been proven bad with the aspirins and
Hank, 100%. You're on it.
Others, right?
Original
And they've been proven
baby
bad.
genius.
So I'd like
still,
to ask
still
Bobby
a baby
to
genius,
get
some
up
say.
to the podium and say a few words, and then Dr. Bhattacharya and Dr. McCary, Dr. Oz, Dr. Fink, followed by two.
Johnny, that is an insult to the autistic community, saying RFK is a part. That's no.
This country is going through, what parts of the world are going through. And I will say there are parts of the world that don't take Tylenol.
Huh?
I mean, there's a rumor, and I don't know if it's so or not, that Cuba, they don't have Tylenol because they don't have the money for Tylenol.
It's because they eat Cuban sandwiches. They put the pickle in the ham with the mustard. Healthy body. I don't know. I'm not doing Trump again. Sorry. I'll never do that again.
And they have virtually no autism, okay? Tell me about that one. And there are
It must be the fine tobacco in the cigars they roll. Now I'm never doing Trump again. Sorry, I'm going to shut the fuck up.
other parts of the world where they don't have Tylenol, where they don't have autism. That tells you a lot. And I want to say it right now. And, you know, the way I look at it, don't take it. Don't take it. There's no downside in not taking it. So I'd like to ask Bobby to come up and say a few words. I hope
I'd love that.
His day, but that's the way I feel. I've been very strong on this subject.
I would love for Bobby to come up here and say a few words on this subject. I think we need a laugh.
There's a lot of common sense in this, and I wish things like this were brought up. And this group has worked so hard on it, but I'd like to be a little bit more, a little speedier in the process of.
This is the group at school who nobody in the group did any of the work. They're all just standing there, and this dude's leading the bullshit brigade, and he's talking for so long.
To meet the president's challenge, I ordered HHS to launch an unprecedented all-agency effort to identify all causes of autism, including toxic and pharmaceutical exposures. At President Trump's urging, NIH, FDA, CDC, and CMS are turning over every stone to identify the etiology of the autism epidemic and how patients and parents can prevent and reverse this alarming trend. We have broken down the traditional silo.
Akari, what's up? Glad to have you in the live. I'm sorry you're autistic and terrified though. This is gonna be Bobby's up at bat right now. So the worm is gonna do a little damage here, and I'm sorry that we're in this spot right now. But oh God, I wish I had something positive, uplifting after that. But I can agree with Johnny. If Trump ever insulted Cuban sandwiches, we might have a chance at changing things around here.
Those that have long separated these agencies, and we have fast-tracked research and guidance. Historically, NIH has focused almost solely on politically.
I'm sorry, Hank, that's hilarious. I have European autism. We get it here without the coal mining or Fox News. That's amazing. Yeah. Bubble Blazer, take your injections by VAT. Yes, we got to get in the VAT, everybody.
Save an entirely fruitless research about the genetic drivers of autism. And that would be like studying the genetic drivers of lung cancer without looking at cigarettes. And that's what NIH has been doing for 20 years. As a result, we don't have an answer to this critical question, despite the cataclysmic impact of the epidemic on our nation's children. We are now replacing the institutional culture of politicized science and corruption with evidence-based medicine. NIH research teams are currently testing multiple hypotheses with no area off limits. We promise transparency as we uncover the potential causes and treatments, and we will notify the public regularly of our progress. Today, we are announcing two important findings from our autism work that are vital for parents to know as they make these decisions.
Here we go.
First, HHS will act on acetaminophen. The FDA is responding to clinical and laboratory studies that suggest a potential association between acetaminophen use during pregnancy and adverse neurodevelopmental outcomes, including later diagnosis for ADHD and autism. Scientists have proposed biological mechanisms linking prenatal acetaminophen exposure to altered brain development. We have also evaluated.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. We got to interrupt RFK for a quick chat laugh because Akari, he's like Krang on TMNT. Yo, he is. He's like Krang. He's more like Krang though. Feels a little more competent. He reminds me a little more of Evil Con Carne for any of my Cartoon Network old heads there. Snug. He has the voice of a man who used a monkey paw wish to live forever, not realizing his vocal cords would age. Oh my God.
Evaluated the contrary studies that show no association. Today, the FDA will issue a physician's notice about the risk of acetaminophen during pregnancy and begin the process to initiate a safety label change.
Oh, thank God.
HHS will launch a nationwide public service campaign to
We're
inform
saved.
families and protect public health.
Oh, this is great.
FDA also recognized that acetaminophen is often the only tool for fevers and pain in pregnancy, as other alternatives have well-documented adverse effects. HHS wants, therefore, to encourage clinicians to exercise their best judgment in the use of acetaminophen for fevers and pain in pregnancy by prescribing the lowest effective dose for the shortest necessary duration and only when treatment is required. Furthermore, thanks to the politicization of science.
This is pretty much like what you already do with Tylenol. Like, you just don't take it all the time because it's not good. But what? They're just changing the label. We're having a press conference to change the label?
The safety of acetaminophen against the risk of neurodevelopmental disorders in young children has never been validated. Prudent medicine, therefore, suggests caution and
Yeah, it is crazy that it doesn't believe in ADHD because, I mean, look at me. I can't fucking go 2 seconds without yapping over this and pausing and just blah, blah, blah.
Acetaminophen use by young children especially, since strong evidence also has associated it with liver toxicity.
Duh.
Some studies have also found the use of acetaminophen in children can potentially prolong viral illnesses. FDA will drive new research to safeguard mothers, children, and families. In addition to a possible acetaminophen connection to autism for pregnant women, infants, and toddlers, our research has revealed that folate deficiency in a child's brain can lead to autism.
A what? A folate deficiency. Okay. I will just say, first of all, is any of this information that is, like, true, is any of it new? Like, the stuff that is actually accurate, the very limited amount of stuff? I think this is stuff we already knew. Also, just enjoy, I like watching Trump not talk and just be in the background because he, like, you know, he does the thing where he kind of wiggles around and he looks like his head is so empty. And sometimes I feel like I'm literally watching a man whose head is hollow and is being gently blown by, like, the slightest breezes and the room current. Watch him. It's kind of hypnotic. It's nice to watch.
Folate deficiency in a child's brain can lead to autism. We have also identified an exciting therapy that may benefit large numbers of children who suffer from autism. Peer-reviewed literature has documented that up to 60% of folate-deficient children with ASD can have improved verbal communications if given leucovorin. I have instructed NIH, FDA, and CMS to help doctors treat children appropriately. Jay will help tell that story, which started with sound science, the kind that restores faith in government. This announcement also represents a historic collaboration between NIH, FDA, CDC, and CMS. We expect this to be the first of many announcements over the coming years that deliver actionable information to parents on underlying cause of autism and the potential paths for prevention and reversal. Finally, autism is a complex disorder with multifactorial etiology. We are continuing to investigate a multiplicity of potential causes with no areas of taboo. One area that we are closely examining, as the president mentioned, is vaccines. Some 40 to 70% of mothers who have children with autism believe that their child was injured by a vaccine. President Trump believes that we should.
Is that a real statistic? 40 to 7. First of all, 40 to 70% of mothers. What's up with that? What's up with that huge fucking margin? 40 to 70% of mothers say that there's an injury, some sort of injury related to the vaccine. I doubt that's true.
We should be listening to these mothers instead of gaslighting and marginalize them.
I love you guys in the chat. Gary's with Lance Crave. No, I think he's being blown by the wind. Oh, falling asleep with his eyes open. Joshua. No. I'm sorry. We're talking about Donald Trump. This man, he's got strong legs. Okay, we know that for sure. He's definitely sturdy. He's stable as a table. It must be the wind.
Marginalizing them like prior administrations. Some of our friends like to say that we should believe all women. Some of these same people have been silencing and demonizing these mothers for 3 decades because research on the potential link between autism and vaccines has been actively suppressed in the past. It will take time for an honest look at this topic by scientists. But I want to reassure the people in the autism.
Who's suppressing it? Who is suppressing? Who's suppressing that information? Nobody's gonna suppress that. What the hell are you talking about, Bobby?
And we will be uncompromising and relentless in our search for answers. We will perform the studies that should have been performed 25 years ago. Whatever the answer is, we will tell you what we find. We are researching this issue to all 3 agencies. Jay will discuss one of our research initiatives at NIH. This model of unleashing unbiased, depoliticized, gold standard scientific research and academic freedom to deliver actionable information to prevent and reverse disease will be a model for the framework to deliver similar.
He's got to be done with this soon because I can't listen to much more RFK voice. So we might have to find a TLDR if this worm keeps going.
Results from many other chronic conditions that plague Americans. Jay?
He said we can't even suppress acid reflux, Bobby. That's hilarious.
Thank you very much. I'm proud to announce today that the NIH has launched the Autism Data Science Initiative to turbocharge autism research, devoting an additional $50 million to the cause of studying autism. Nearly
Sure, that'll go right to
research
that.
teams from across the country applied, sent in their applications, and were peer-reviewed by the NIH review panels. The NIH peer reviewers chose the 13 best projects focused on root causes and therapies, with replication and validation studies to guarantee gold standard science. The studies feature a new kind of science called exposomics, where scientists consider environmental and medical factors, nutrition, events during pregnancy, in combination with biology and genetics to answer vital questions about autism. Science like this, conducted in partnership with families and physicians, is the best way to arrest and reverse the autism epidemic. Autism spectrum disorder encompasses a very wide range of symptoms, ranging from mild difficulties with social interactions to profoundly autistic children who experience severe disabilities in speech and behavior. Given this wide range of symptoms across the spectrum, it seems certain that there will be a wide range of biological contributors to explaining the cause. The great thing about the new NIH initiative on
so it's probably not just Tylenol. Why are we having this meeting?
Autism is that scientists will use
This is an email, Bobby.
rigorous advanced methods in causal inference, machine learning, organoids, and other fresh approaches to the problem. The sharp rise in the prevalence of autism deserves an urgent response by the scientific community.
Oh, God, an RFK impression. No, I can't do it. Oh, shit. No, the worm is making me do the thing. I don't know. I tried. I apologize. Not to RFK, but to anybody with ears.
As Bobby said, the NIH has invested a lot of money to study autism over the years, but the research has not produced the answers that families and parents of autistic children deserve, and autistic children themselves deserve. For too long, it's been taboo to ask some questions for fear of the scientific work.
Cornello, what's up? I like your intro here. I like geriatric presidential totals. Yeah, and did you need more phlegm? It's I gotta here. Wait, can I kind of shake myself? The thing is, if you look at the studies, it's all right. I got to work on it a little bit.
Work might reveal a politically incorrect answer.
Stupid.
Because of this restricted focus in scientific investigations, the answers for families have been similarly restricted, often pointing families to behavioral therapies that don't work for every kid or suggest non-modifiable genetic factors as the cause. But genetics alone can't explain such a sharp rise in autism prevalence over just a few decades, as the president said. In coming months and years, as NIH scientists learn more that can help autistic children and their families, we won't delay. Like scientists often like to do, I can say as a scientist myself, it's really tempting to delay, but but in face of a problem like this, you have to move fast.
Well, you should move right.
We will not delay before telling American people about what we find, and we will win the public trust with transparency and rigor. Already, our broadened focus on autism research has pointed to 2 items that will help families prevent and treat some cases of autism. I'll leave the good news on these 2 items.
Oh man, no. You know what? Here's the thing, Akari. I understand feeling ableist. I feel ableist for making the joke. Here's the thing: RFK is the only valid target for the. It's like it's like how Stephen Miller is one of the only valid targets of like bald mockery. Besides Tim Pool. Outside of those 2 people, I would never, and I think it's a terrible thing to do. But RFK, he there's the worm. It is the worm mainly. So that's.
To my close friends and colleagues, Dr. McCary and Dr. Oz, we've been working together closely on this problem for the past 6 months, and our cooperation represents an unprecedented collaboration with Secretary Kennedy's Department of Health and Human Services and with President Trump. I'm delighted to introduce Dr. Marty McCary, Commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration, who will tell you about these announcements of practical help for families with autism.
Great, thank you, Dr. Bhattacharya. Mr. President, this...
All right. I think, okay, oh God, Donnie's coming back up. What the fuck's he got to say?
Take the time to really listen and find out when the change happened and what change happened. And it's just, I've been praying for this day for 9 years, and I'm so thankful to God.
Who the fuck's this crackpot?
For bringing the administration into our lives, and I am just...
I'm sorry,
I'm speechless.
You're not a
this
crackpot.
This day is a day I never thought would happen. I thought that we would never have an administration that was courageous enough to look into things that no prior administration had. So I'm just here to express my gratitude, and I am looking forward to what comes from this, and hopefully we just get more answers. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Free worm. I love
so
that.
I just want to say acetaminophen is basically Tylenol. Essentially, because I noticed that term is used throughout this conference. So
wait.
Because I noticed. Just want to say acetaminophen is basically Tylenol.
36 minutes and 51 seconds. He just figured out acetaminophen. He didn't know he was talking about Tylenol when he was talking about acetaminophen. He doesn't know what it is. Oh my God. That's beautiful. I love that.
Essentially, because I noticed that term is used throughout this conference. So it's essentially Tylenol. And I just recommend strongly that you don't use Tylenol unless it's absolutely necessary. I understand it's maybe 10% of the women that are pregnant are, would perhaps be forced to use it. And that would mean you just can't tough it out. No matter what you do, you can't tough it out. So that's up to you and your doctor. But there's a very strong recommendation, maybe stronger from me than from the group, because they're waiting for certain studies. I don't wait for studies. I want to say it like it is. Don't take Tylenol.
That's not like
it
is.
Don't take it. If you just can't, it's fight like hell not to take it. There may be a point where you have to, and that you have to work out with yourself. So don't take Tylenol. Other things that we recommend, or certainly I do anyway, is, and it's so important to me to see the doctor
Say
4 times or 5 times for a vaccine. Don't let them pump your baby up with the largest pile of stuff you've ever seen in your life going into the...
Wait, so we're good with vaccines now? This motherfucker confuses me, man. So we're good with vaccines, we just want to spread them out?
The delicate little body of a baby, even if it's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you just break it up into I would say 5, but let's say
Fight
4,
like hell,
4
yeah, he's
visits to the
getting
doctor
Crowder with
instead
it.
of 1. And certain things I think you should do. We've already taken out and are in the process of taking out mercury and aluminum now. You know what mercury is. You know what aluminum is. Who the hell wants that pumped into a body? And there were rumors about both of them for a long time. But
Do you know they put the mercury in the thermometers? No, it's yeah, Johnny, the Tylenol lawyers are definitely like, oh man, it does bring me a little bit of joy to think that there's gonna be a bunch of rich dudes just draining their money on this shit, just like what, just to say shit. I want mercury in my body now. I want it. It's my mercury, and I want it. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877-MERCURY now.
we're having them taken out. We're having them taken out of the vaccines. Hepatitis B, again, that's sexually transmitted. And we think you should wait. I think you should wait till 12. You know, I'm making these statements from me. I'm not making them from these doctors because when they...
Yo, okay, literally, who would hear that? Who would hear that and be like, he's literally said, this is just coming from me. It's not coming from the doctors. Who would be like, oh, I take my advice from Trump, not the doctors. Why would I go to the doctor? I went to the Trump. I watched the press conference. I'm not doing Tylenol anymore. Freddie Mercury would be great. Bring him back. Oh, Cornell, this is like The Walking Dead, but all the zombies take an hour to learn every step. Yeah, it's pretty much like that.
They talk about, you know, different results, different studies. I talk about a lot of common sense, and they have that too. They have that too, a lot. But I recommend the hepatitis B.
Yeah, Tony, this was just like an hour for them to just say, oh, fuck Tylenol. Honestly, something...
When the baby
Wait, hold on. He's talking about sexually transmitted shit in babies, so I got to go back. But, like, this was an email.
Common sense, and they have that too. They have that too, a lot. But I recommend the hepatitis B. Take it at 12. Sexually transmitted. You don't have to give it to the baby when the baby's 2 years old. And there are a lot of theories on that, but not when they're 12. It's not... Doesn't seem to be a problem at all. The MMR and the chickenpox. Chickenpox has already been broken out. It's a singular shot. But the MMR is, you're going to have to go back another year later. You're going to go back.
Man, he just says the same shit for so long. Oh, God.
108 get fried. And it was the father of the doctor, and they get...
No, he's just talking the same shit. Okay, I think we get the...
And they with the economy
to California.
Oh, no.
Safe. And there's no downside to doing it.
They're saying the same shit, literally, for an hour.
Unless it's absolute
financially
let's get questions.
Let's
get questions. I do want to see that.
The thing we cut, so that's 200
case for children.
And the only thing we cut, so that's 200 billion positive. The only thing we cut was for fraud, waste cut.
Oh, we're talking. Oh, let's go. Hold on.
I have the doctor answer that. Therapy. What is it? Think of it. 10.
Nah, we got to hear these questions. That's the only valuable thing here.
And that's at odds with working gynecologists and dads. Thank you, Mr. President. I was hoping that you could clear up confusion for moms and dads across America, many of whom voted for you. There's a statement that was put out by the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, and in their statement, they write, acetaminophen remains a safe, trusted option for pain relief during pregnancy, and that's at odds with what you said and with what many of the experts say. How do you clear up this confusion?
That's the establishment. They're funded by lots of different groups. And you know what? Maybe they're right. I don't think they are. Because I don't think the facts bear it out at all.
No, he didn't just say that. You'd stick to your shit if you're going to talk shit. What? If you're going to talk shit, talk your shit. What? You just said yes.
They're fighting for something that, in my opinion, they shouldn't be fighting for. But here's the thing. There's no downside to doing, other than a mother will have to, as I say, tough it out a little bit. There's no downside to doing this. It's not like, oh, if you do this, you're going to die. There's no downside. there's no downside to going over a 4-year or a 5-year period or a 3-year period, or even if you space them out for 6 months, you space it out. There's no downside. And that's why I will say the gentleman behind me, they have very strong views, and they feel that we're right, but they'll have more research done over the next 2 months. I said, well, 2 months is a long time.
It's not that
long. A lot
long.
of people could be saved, and there's no downside to doing it. Everything I said, there's no downside to doing it. It can only be good. And I think you're going to see very good results. That's establishment stuff, and we've been reading that about a lot of things for years. And you know what's happened? We've gone from 1 in 20,000 to 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 32 to 1 in 10. Think of it. 1 in 10 or 12 or 1 in 31. Think of it. 1 in 31 people, young kids, get autism? What is it, Jeff?
My question is about leucovorin. You mentioned that as part of your plan. That is also a chemotherapy treatment. Have you been in touch with the drug companies to increase production about that? And I'm going to throw in my follow-up at the same time. Dr. Oz mentioned that this will be available with CHIP, children who are on CHIP. But the big beautiful bill reduced funding for CHIP and Medicaid by $1 trillion over the next 10 years. Are you concerned that that will impact your ability to get this drug out?
I'll explain it to you in a second, but please go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. Leucovorin is not a chemotherapy, but it is a vitamin given with chemotherapy sometimes. And the idea here is that the folic acid receptor in the brain is blocked by some antibody response. It might be 20, 40, 50% of kids with autism. And leucovorin will bypass that blocked receptor. And that's why so many doctors are probably seeing so much clinical improvement on kids with leucovorin.
Production.
Yeah, we've been in touch with the companies, and they are prepared to ramp up production, and we actually talked to them about a month ago.
And on your second part of your...
Tony said, okay, Don, let's take your meds and concealer away and see how you tough it out. That's hilarious.
Nasty question. The number is that the great big beautiful bill, which is the greatest, I think one of the best things ever passed in the history with the tax cuts.
Greatest, biggest, and most beautiful.
All of the things it does. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. All of it does. It also gives $200 million, as just explained by Dr. Oz. And I'd like you to explain that, to exactly what you're saying.
All right. That's enough of the clown show here. Yeah, this is big. This is big nothing. But this is definitely going to get people hurt. Make no mistake about it. I don't think I can take any more. I don't think I can take any more of these donkeys. These guys are absolute. I don't even know. Like this. Why did they do this? What is this even for? How does this get anybody anything? Does this what is the? I can't the BBW bill. That's amazing. I can't figure out what this actually does or who this is for. This is just are we throwing Bobby a bone on something? Was he I have no idea. But let's get into some funnier stuff, because that's, pretty depressing overall, and quite frankly, quite concerning for a lot of people I care about. I'm sure you all got people you care about. Donkeys are smarter for sure. You're right. I shouldn't have called them donkeys. I think that was probably rude. But guys, I think we need a little giggle, okay? So let's talk about Charlie Kirk's memorial shutting down GRINDR, shall we? And this is nothing. This is nothing new. This is nothing surprising. We see anytime there's conservative kind of a convention or something like that, GRINDR goes crazy. These guys love to bang each other. And it's a little charming. It's a little charming. If they would just let some of that fly a little bit, I feel like they'd be a lot more likable. But let's talk about the massive GRINDR outage that coincides with Charlie Kirk Memorial Service in Arizona. These events are clearly completely unconnected. Nothing to see here. And this is from Pride.com, an article by Rachel Kiley here. So right-wing personality Charlie Kirk's memorial service took place in Glendale, Arizona on Sunday, and surely by complete coincidence, GRINDR experienced outages in the area around the same time. Reports claim that tens of thousands of people attended the memorial for the controversial podcaster, with high-level MAGA politicians and other public figures flying in from across the country to attend. Republicans were quick to try to pin Kirk's killing on trans people and trans ideology before a suspect was even in custody, and Kirk himself had made plenty of negative remarks about the LGBTQ+ community during his life. Yeah, I think we, the log cabin Republicans. Yeah, absolute fucks, dude. Just cooling out with your bros. This is just straight up, you know how it is. Look, I do have to say, it's pretty clever for the conservatives to use an app that's specifically designed for gay meetups to sort of find a place where they would meet other conservatives. Obviously, they're not banging. They're doing it for friendship. It's not about banging. It's about banging out some policy, right? And by doing it on GRINDR, you're like hiding in plain sight, right? So they're pretty clever for this. Don't be fooled. In completely unrelated news, there were over 168 reports of GRINDR outages on Sunday evening. God damn, 168? These guys are thirsty for the schlong. A staggering increase from the baseline number of 2. A heat map showed a large concentration of those problems taking place in the Glendale area. The outages have continued through Monday morning, at one point reaching over 200 reports. Guys, can you imagine? Can you imagine if news came out, or like pictures came out and Charlie Kirk had like a secret gay lover or something? Wouldn't that be that would be the plot twist we need to just right the ship a little bit, That I think that would do a lot. Getting policy on your genes, yeah. You know what? This is why conservatives are so obsessed with Sydney Sweeney, because they're going like, I love a big boob. I love a big American boob. Big sandy breast. I love that. They're trying to cover up. This makes so much more sense, because they're always like, I feel like conservatives are always going like, oh man, Sydney Sweeney's making the libs freak out, and then like any progressive person on the world is just like, that's just a woman with breasts. I've seen that a million times. That's fine. That's just a human existing, and I think it's just a big cover up. I don't know. All right. Despite these two events clearly having absolutely nothing to do with one another, social media users are, for some unfathomable reason, drawing a link between them. Yeah, so strange. What's up with that? In the wake of from personal experience, these aren't conservative men looking for other conservative men. It's conservative grandpas chasing either trans women or gay men 40 years younger than them. Wow, that's definitely does sound like, well, they're definitely chasing people 40 years younger than them. We all know those politicians love them young. One TikToker also... Whoa, that sneeze was crazy. One TikToker also shared a screenshot, allegedly, from the Sniffies app at State Farm Stadium shortly before Kirk's memorial began. Sniffies? What's Sniffies? I don't know Sniffies.
In the interest of TikTok taking this video down, I have done them the service of blacking everyone out. A lot of people at the Cardinal Stadium for this shit. A little suspicious.
Oh, I love that. They want the 20-year-olds. That's a little, Cal Crunk, I think that's a little old. That's a little old for them. Sniffies is grinders on coke? Oh my God. You could do that? You could do GRINDR even harder? That's crazy. That's, wow. Good. We live in a magical world. It's so weird how there appears to have been a gathering of mourners at the stadium and a gathering of gays looking for hookups in the same place at the same time. You'd think the stadium would have been better about not accidentally double booking such a monumental event. Televised live on ABC. Wait, sorry, I meant YouTube. Oh yeah, that's right. It was going to be on ABC, and then I went on YouTube, and I think they played like a rerun of Celebrity Family Feud or something. Anyway, surely none of this means anything at all. Coincidences are so much fun. Yeah, I mean, we probably would have guessed. Right-wingers when they see a trans person. Now I'm angry, anorecht, yeah. Yes, conservative chasing is pastime as old as baseball. In all seriousness, obviously Republicans can be LGBTQ+, and LGBTQ+ can themselves be homophobic and or transphobic and support policies and people who work against their own well-being. Some people think calling out an uptick in Grindr usage in areas where Republicans are gathered is somehow in and of itself homophobic, but there's a difference between pointing out this visible absurdity versus just saying, haha, this specific homophobe is probably a closet gay. The latter absolves straight people of responsibility for doing harm to the LGBTQ+ community with a repetitive joke, insinuating that the call is always coming from inside the closet, while the former points out real visible hypocrisy. Or, it's all just one big coincidence. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's, Sniffies has superior tech to find the closeted gays. Oh, closest gays to you. But you have to be ready to roll. Fast culture. Oh, okay, I see. Sniffies, I was like, it finds the closet of gays. Sniffies? Sniffies is sniffing? That's weird. Okay, but it's the closest gays. Okay, so Sniffies is just, we've got like 20 minutes and we're looking for, it's like a layover. It's like, what do I do? I've got a layover in, Chicago. What do I do? Okay, makes sense. Call is coming from inside the closet is a great line. Yeah, that is a really good one. So, I mean, I think we all expected that to happen, right? I mean, that's not surprising to anybody at this point. That always happens whenever the RNC gets together. There's always the uptick in Grindr usage and stuff like that. And it's a damn shame, man. I mean, it's just, it sucks that so many people are like part of the conservative community and working against their own interests. It's and the interests of others. No good. Is that special? Oh, that's funny. All right. So, look, that's something that's expected, right? How about something that's unexpected? Because we all expect the conservative thing to happen. You said that's gross. Actually, that's funny. I think it's funny that you said it and then retracted it. It was all funny. Okay. So anyway, let's talk about things that you don't expect. Okay. I don't know how to transition to this necessarily, but Moms for Liberty chapter chairperson takes off clothing at school board meeting. Beth Bourne, who has in the past come under fire for over-the-top anti-LGBTQ+ stunts, removed her pants and top at a Davis school board meeting. Okay, so guys, this shit's crazy. I'm just gonna dive in. There's a little video too. It's funny. Obviously it's all right to stream on YouTube, or I wouldn't be doing it. But let's get into this. So, Moms for Liberty has made a name for itself by storming local school board meetings to rail against LGBTQ+ inclusive policies, often with fiery and sometimes bizarre performances. But on September 18th, the spectacle hit a new low. At a Davis school board meeting, Beth Bourne, president of the Yolo County? Shut the fuck up, article. No way. Yolo County, president of the Yolo County Moms for Liberty chapter. Ah, shit, dude. The joke's right itself. The YOLO mom literally said YOLO, took her clothes off. That's crazy. All right. Yolo County Moms for Liberty chapter launched into a tirade against transgender students in locker rooms and bathrooms before abruptly stripping off her top and pants. The stunt left board members stunned, forced the meeting into recess, and underscored just how unhinged the movement's tactics have become. All right, let's watch this video, okay? I'm not gonna read it. Here we go.
Today.
Here we go.
Hi, good evening. I'm a parent in the Davis Unified School District, and I'm here today to talk about the policies you have for the locker rooms in the junior high schools. So Emerson, Holmes, Harper Junior High. Right now we require our students to undress for PE class. So I'm just going to give you an idea what that looks like when I undress. So right now, this school district is saying that depending on a child's transgender identity, that they can pick which bathroom they want. So we have, right now at this school district, We have children self-identifying into different bathrooms just based off of their...
No, you cannot.
I have
No.
my bathing suit on. Excuse me, this is allowed.
We're going to recess.
I'm going to finish my comments, or you are violating my First Amendment right. I am putting on my PE uniform.
Oh man, too good. Come on, we got the county logo coming up here at the end. Like, guys, you can't. Yolo County is real, dude. Snuggler, is your dad really from Yolo County? That's wild. Holy moly. I wonder if ask if he knows this lady. I wonder if they know each other. That's hilarious. Yeah. So, I mean, guys, it's just, yeah, she's a parent. Imagine what her kids are facing in school now. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, what is wrong with her? I have no idea. But this is like, I feel like such a great example of like the self-victimization that people do. Like, dude, Snuggler, oh, that's so funny. I'm so glad you're here for this one. Like, they victimize themselves so much. Like, first of all, how do you even think of like, okay, I'm concerned for the children. I mean, obviously you're not actually concerned for the children, but you're convincing yourself. You have to convince yourself that you are concerned for the children, right? So they're going, like, I'm gonna go strip down to my bathing suit in the town hall. Like, don't you feel like that kind of makes you like the weird kind of like predatory person? You know, they're trying to always like make this a whole sexual thing. Like they always try to make trans identity like this sexual thing that is inherently like bad and predatory when it comes to self-identification. Like, and there's no practical solutions to anything like in terms of like a school facility being accommodating to, you know, male, female, and other identifying genders, right? Because there's going to be non-binary people, there's going to be trans people, like, you know, it's, and honestly, this is a conversation I've had like before with family members, you know, just talking about like, you know, one thing I had one person say to me is like, you know, there was the conversation about if your kid is at school and they can go to their counselor and like admit to being trans or something, or talk about their trans identity, and the counselor wouldn't have to say something to the parents, right? So I was having the conversation with someone about that, and they were like, you know, if your child was saying something to the counselor, you would want to know. And like you would want to know so you can prevent things like, you know, suicide or anything like that would be potentially like horrific. But I was like, yeah, I would want to know that if that's the best thing. Like, you know, obviously in my home, and like I have a child who's very young, and so as I'm raising them and they become aware of things like gender identity, we will discuss that there's, you know, trans people in the world. You know, you may change your identity at some point. You might explore your own identity, and those things are fine, and I am always here for you. I will love you no matter what, right? But not everybody has that, and not everybody would have that. And some people would have parents that would, you know, potentially harm them or push them closer to actual self-harm in that regard, right? Or doing something that you can never undo. So, you know, I'm not going to go say I know what's best for like a trans kid in the healthiest way, because I'm not a trans kid, right? So like, and the other thing too, I was trying to say to him is like, you know, if they talk to their guidance counselor about them identifying as trans, and the guidance counselor doesn't tell you, okay, what's the next step? It's not like the guidance counselor brings them to a doctor. And besides, there would be there's so much to even begin a process like that. Like, that's it. There's no actual harm or damage being done, right? Like, so, you know, there's levels to this that I think, beyond just our own, we obviously want to have compassion for other people, but sometimes things I think seem one way on the front, but then when we analyze it and maybe look a little deeper, we understand why things actually are the way they are, right? It might make more sense that way. But again, I'm not going to pretend like I know the best answers. I'm not like a professional in any regard. And one thing I try to always say on my channel, and I always say it in like as many videos as I can and as many live streams as I can, don't listen to me. Don't listen to any YouTuber, online person. You can get ideas. You can start getting pointed in a direction, but you also need to do your own research past anything, right? That's just the way it goes, right? So that's kind of the way I see it. So, in terms of like this school stuff, it's all distraction stuff too. Like they're talking about trans kids in sports, things like that. These things just don't really matter all that much. I would much rather have like everybody feeling like loved and less risk for people to harm themselves in a way that's like really bad. I think way less harm comes from trans kids being in sports and like a couple kids maybe being upset. Like that's way less important than like one kid feeling like they might want to end things because life is too goddamn hard for them. Like I do not care, and maybe I'm prejudiced because I just don't care about sports really, but that's the way I see it. All right, so coming off of the soapbox now, that was that. I didn't come out NBA until after I was 40, even though I knew when I was 6 exactly. I'm really glad that you're able to kind of live more comfortably in that now, because I'm sure, you didn't feel safe to talk to anyone about it. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that's the thing too. Like, even if you have supportive parents, maybe they never approached you about any of this stuff, or, you don't know where they stand necessarily on that sort of stuff. If they've never, made it a point to bring it up and just kind of get ahead of it. So, like, and I think that goes for, like, that's why I think it just needs to be taught, just like, sexuality that we learn in school. We learn, all these different, like, we learn about our genitals and stuff in school, right? Like, these are important things to know about and to be able to live with each other better. So, all right, that's enough of that bullshit. Let's keep going with the funnies here. All right, not bullshit, but you know what I mean. I don't want to be like preaching at you guys all night. This was Hardly Born's first brush with notoriety for outlandish anti-LGBTQ plus theatrics. Last year, she went viral after berating drag queens in a hotel lobby in Hawaii, demanding a refund for the mere act of encountering them. What? Come on. You should. I mean, geez, you're in Hawaii? You're not having fun? Like, what the fuck, man? The clip drew a petition to oust her from her staff position at UC Davis. Oh, sweet. The university held off, but she eventually lost her job anyways, thanks to Trump's education cuts, which she publicly cheered, even as she admitted they caused her own livelihood. Dude, it's the classic. This is the Jaguar ate our face. That's it right there. That's absolutely it. Akari, thank you. I appreciate that. Snuggler. Snuggler, if you take any of my advice, don't. Yeah, this is like such Karen behavior right here. Bubble Blazer, church I grew up in about supporting LGBTQ. Not a hard no, and also not a soft yes. Not a hard no, and also not a soft yes. Does that mean hard yes? Does that mean like do support? Not a hard no, and also not a soft yes. Or does that mean like we are not taking a stance on it? What was kind of their thing? I'm not really sure what they mean by that. What was the kind of view there? I always find that interesting, because like I actually went to Catholic school as a kid. And I'm not religious now, but when I went to Catholic school, I was definitely still religious. Like I was never really like die hard, Definitely not a hard yes. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like a don't ask, don't tell. It's like, yeah, it's gay people exist and we'll leave it at that. That's like what the church is saying there. Yeah. Like, yeah, it means don't ask, don't tell. Exactly, yeah. Like in yeah. I can't use Karen as a bad name. My mother-in-law is named Karen, and she's a great lady, so my household uses Carol instead. Johnny, I kind of love that, actually, because I know a Carol who's a pain in the ass, so I might use... Oh, well, I won't say the full name, but it's pretty much Carol, so I might start doing that. Bubble Blazer, they were awkwardly shuffling around the topic, not daring to take a stance, but for sermons. Yeah, actually, that's like what I was gonna say is like when I went to Catholic school, like yeah, they just didn't talk about it, right? Like, it was just something I don't know if they wanted to hit fucking carols. I don't know if the carols at my church just didn't want to bring it up at all. It was a strange thing. But then, actually, so recently my wife started doing a church gig singing at an Episcopalian church, and that's why we went to Scotland not long ago, and I went with her. And they were really, I found them to be really cool and supportive and very nice. Like I'm still not religious, but I really respected, there were a bunch of gay members of the clergy or whatever. I don't know if it's like the same term. But everyone was really nice and like super supportive. That was like a really cool community. So I was like, oh, it's like woke Christian stuff or whatever. Oh man, okay, this story's about to get like a little bit sad here. Bourne's crusade against LGBTQ plus rights has also been deeply personal and cruel. Her own child came out to her as non-binary, a revelation that, according to them, only hardened her extremism. I was ready to come out to everybody because I had been holding it in for a really long time, the now adult child told the Sacramento Bee. From my coming out to my moving out, her views that she expressed to me started to get more aggressive and more extreme. Dude, that sucks. Yo, that's just like, what a fucking monster, dude. Yeah, she's beyond a Carol now. This is like Carol 2.0, dude. Despite Bourne's circus-like theatrics, Moms for Liberty's influence is no joke. In Florida, the group's launch pad, Governor Ron DeSantis, has embraced their agenda wholesale, codifying everything from don't say gay-style legislation and mandates that force transgender teachers to misgender themselves in their own classrooms. One trans woman teacher was compelled to stand before her students and introduce herself as Mr., a state-sanctioned humiliation. That's crazy. Yet outside of Florida, especially in blue states, their policies have failed to gain traction. That failure may explain why activists like Beth Bourne resort to even more extreme stunts in places where their agenda doesn't stick. Spectacle becomes the only weapon left. God damn, dude. Like, oh, that's so dark. Oh, I feel really bad for her kid. Like, at first I felt bad for her kid because I was like, this shit's embarrassing. Now I feel bad for her kid because I'm like, oh, your mom's actually just a cruel monster piece of shit. Like, dude, that sucks. Oh, you can't even have a funny goddamn news story anymore with that. This is like last week. This was like last week when we were reading the story about the surgeon who had relations in the middle of surgery, which sounded like it was going to be a funny story until it got to the end, and he was like, oh, I was doing it because of my premature baby, and my wife was stressing me out. And it's like, oh, dude, holy moly. Yeah, all right, we need a real palate cleanser over here. We've been going through way too much horror. I'm gonna, guys, let's go to Canada. In Canada, things are more maple syrupy. They're nicer, okay? And you know what? I think we need to take a little trip to Dildo Cove. Dildo, Newfoundland. Is the honorary... Well, Jimmy Kimmel is the honorary mayor of Dildo, Newfoundland. I can't even believe I'm talking about Jimmy Kimmel right now. This is the world we live in, okay? The guy from The Man Show... got the little free speech slap on the wrist, and now we got to talk about Dildo Newfoundland. In 2019, Jimmy Kimmel became so enamored with Dildo Newfoundland and its risque name that he repeatedly featured the community on his late-night television show and eventually became its honorary mayor. I'm actually very happy that we've visited both Yolo County and Dildo, Canada today. Now, Dildo residents are expressing support for Kimmel following the show's suspension by American Broadcast Network, ABC. By the way, I believe he was just reinstated. But, yeah, the reformed guy from The Man Show. Yeah, the dude who put boobs on trampolines. we got to fight for him now. That's the world we live in. But yeah, he's back on the air. Andrew Petty, a former committee member for Dildo's service district, says Kimmel is welcome to visit anytime. I'm sure he would love the community. It's a beautiful small town, very welcoming, he said. He's never been to Dildo. How have you not filmed an on-site segment at Dildo? Come on. ABC announced Wednesday that it has indefinitely suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live. Yeah. Yes. He said nothing about Charlie Kirk. That was like the most fragile little buh. Petty says he believes Kimmel has the right to express his views. Dildo, which is a service district and does not have a mayor or town council, decided to name Kimmel honorary mayor and grant him a key to the community in gratitude for all the attention he gave us. Pretty said he understands that Kimmel was poking fun at the town's name, which it shares with a sex toy. Thank you, article. But said the experience was still a positive one. We're willing to take a joke, and I don't think it got out of hand. It was all respectfully said. Yeah. He says concerns over speeches. They really milked this. I thought the article was just really like we were going to just have a laugh that this town was called Dildo. The residents all note that on the bright side, Kimmel's suspension might mean that he finally has time to make his long-promised visit to the traditional Newfoundland fishing village known for its picturesque scenery, history, and charm. I feel really bad for Dildo, Newfoundland. He's not coming. He's making fun of you guys. I feel bad. If he wants a break from the U.S., he can certainly come to Dildo, Pretty said. I'm going to have to charge him double price. Yeah, it would be a privilege to give him a stay in Dildo. Okay. Well, a good excuse to say Dildo many times. That's really what that was. Let's see. Oh, I did enjoy that trampoline sequence, but in my defense, it was in my 20s. Yeah, Ikari, that was like... that they would play that like around Chappelle's show and stuff. I remember I think it played like right before Chappelle's show, so I remember seeing it all the time. Yeah, he's not going over there. He's not going over there. Yeah, Johnny Kimmel's he's mid-lib. He's semi-reformed. Sinclair Broadcasting said they would still not be airing Kimmel on their ABC affiliate stations. Okay. Dude, the thing he actually said was nothing. You guys heard what he said, right? It was it was the most mild shit ever. I can't even believe that they, got mad about it. But, here's the thing about Jimmy Kimmel appearing in Dildo, I doubt he'll ever appear in person. I don't think Jimmy Kimmel is gonna show up in Dildo. But where there's a will, there's a way. Dildo, where there's a will, there's a way. Because you don't even need to be alive anymore to make an appearance at something, at any sort of event, right? And we're kind of in this dystopian era where everything sucks. And if you had something that you enjoyed once and then it died, well, guess what? We can just Weekend at Bernie's that shit around for a price. That's right, baby. Stan Lee hologram speaking with fans at LA Comic-Con. It is an AI Stan Lee. They are just puppeting this man's corpse. They won't let him die. I've thought this was the most dystopian shit I've ever seen in my life. But let's see what the people have to say about it. I want to hear what the company has to say about it, how they try to spin this to be like, oh, it's so much fun. This is like Total Recall or something, right? Is that the one where they can mess with your memories or something like that? Yeah, Johnny, it's crazy, right? It's I'm not even I'm not a big Marvel guy. I don't even like the Marvel movies, right? I don't like the superhero movies really that much. I like sometimes when they do funny stuff. But I think Stan Lee was just kind of he seemed like a cool guy. And I loved Spider-Man as a kid. I did love Spider-Man. So let's see what's going on here. For decades, Stan Lee was the king of comic conventions. Now, nearly 7 years after his death at the age of 95, he will once again be a presence at LA Comic-Con. This time is a hologram that will use AI to have conversations with fans. Gross. Fans will be able to speak with the hologram at the Stan Lee Experience section of the con, a 1,500-foot enclosed booth, which costs between $15 and $20 to enter, depending on whether you buy tickets ahead of time. And like meeting a celebrity or getting autographs, there will be paid opportunities to take photos with the hologram or have a 3-minute one-on-one conversation with it. How fucking depressing, dude. Holy shit. We'll never put words in his mouth that aren't in line with things he spoke about in his lifetime. Said Bob Sabuni, head of Stan Lee Legacy Programs for Cartoon Studios and a former Marvel executive. Fortunately, with decades of footage capturing his thoughts on many subjects, we can build a voice that stays true, not always word for word, but always faithful in spirit, context, and intent. The hologram hails from Proto-Hologram, the company that recently helped launch an interactive mirror from The Conjuring in 47 malls, as well as Hyperreal, a company known for creating realistic avatars. Yeah. Cyberpunk without robots. Yeah, literally, Cal Crunk, we are getting like the lamest version of Cyberpunk. Like no arm blades, no nothing. We just get 95-year-old Stanley ventriloquist puppet, you know. And for $15 you can hear him go, Excelsior! Yeah. Reminds me of the the Vi and the Citadel and Mass Effect. Yeah, goddamn. I haven't played that game in a long time. I love that Clanker stuck. Yeah, got clone. Yeah, it is kind of like the Clone Wars. That's funny. Only reference materials they get was MCU cameos. Dude, Bubble Blazer, that would be so funny if that was the case. Just like every random line. Oh, man. This, Lee, who co-created characters such as Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Daredevil, was the most visible face for comic book culture of all time, known far beyond fan circles thanks to cameos in Marvel movies. According to organizers, the Lee hologram may also pop up in different parts of the convention as a surprise, perhaps to introduce a top-tier panel or two. That sucks. Oh, that really sucks. Who wants this? Who, like, is going to pay the $15 and $20 to do this? This is so weird. In 2016, Lee spoke to the Hollywood Reporter about LA Comic-Con, which at the time was undergoing name change. Los Angeles to be the center of the world entertainment. It has to have a Comic-Con, he said. Okay. Well, goddamn. I mean, like, you know, this makes the hologram concerts look like I'm almost going like, oh, I can get that. Like, you know, hologram concerts, they can make sense to me if the alternative is just getting to walk up to a goddamn screen. And do you really think, Akari, do you really think the nerds will go for it? Yeah, I guess you're right. There are like people who just look at stuff like that and are like, oh, it's tech. That's neat. Like, you know. But it is, yeah, it's ghoulish. Yeah, Akari, same. I'm a nerd, just not from, yeah, I've got my Tetsuya Nomura characters right there. And, you know, I get it. I get the nerd stuff. I can't imagine for myself any hologram that I'd be like, I'll throw a couple bones to see the hologram here, you know? Yeah, it is, Calcrunk, it is ghoulish. It's ghoulish. It's very Weekend at Bernie's. I'm not about it. I'm not about that lifestyle. I don't like, I don't know. It's, oh, God. Ikari, you're right. Yeah, Disney adults, you're right. They will drop the money. Yeah, but Blazer, I don't think it would get much traction, but we'll see. We'll see. Akari made a great point with Disney adults. You know, you never know what they're gonna drop their money on. You just never know. Yeah. If you're already dehumanized, what's the difference? Hey, that's pleasantly nihilistic. Yeah, like just make me. I'm already like a slave to whatever my boss wants me to do. Like, just make me a goddamn AI screen already, so someone else can do it. I could see them riding it around in a custom 18-wheeler experience. 100%. You're right, Akari. That's the kind of thing you bring around. Yeah, I could see that. Like almost like a museum curation thing. Yeah, like if they were doing something where it's like, check out all these. I could see that. That makes more sense to me. But paying $15 to just talk to it. Labubu's. Yes, Hank. Le Boubous. Le Boubous. Sounds like a French film. Le Boubous. All right. So look. Here's the thing about the hellhole we're living in. You know, it's all bad. It's all bad right now. I should have done this one earlier because the transition would have been easier. But let's just slam this car into a brick wall. Homer City School Board member threatened after a misunderstood Facebook post about Charlie Kirk. Oh, guys, wait till you hear this one. This really sucks. So, like, you know, all the whole, like, people getting fired over the Charlie Kirk stuff, so silly. Obviously, I hate that shit. Oh, the Beanie Boo Boos. Oh my God, Akari, if somebody infused Beanie Babies and Labubu's, no. If somebody infused Labubu's and Furbies, that might actually be the Antichrist. You might actually end the world. Yes, people do still use Facebook Bubble Blazer. It's thriving. It's an older scene. Look, I will say, if you want low res minion memes with a boomer humor little joke on there, you go to Facebook, baby. That's where you find it. That's where you find us. Okay. So anyway, here's how this broke down. An ill-timed Facebook post misconstrued to be celebrating Republican influencer Charlie Kirk's assassination prompted death threats against a Homer City School Board member and spurred 60 people to attend a board meeting this week. Holy shit, man. Worst day ever. For like, you're just like some older folk. You don't know nothing about what's going on. Here we go. One down, hundreds to go, Misty Hunt posted September 10th on Facebook. Oh, the words were meant to be a caption for a video of milkweed seeds being blown by the wind. Milkweed seeds. But the video didn't upload because of sketchy reception around the former Homer City power plant. Hunt said she was not aware of what happened to Kirk until that night. Misty, look at that. People think Misty's just dropping hard commie takes there. She's leading the revolution. She's talking about milkweed. Poor Misty. Instead, she was celebrating the beauty of nature and spreading milkweed seed pods to help monarch butterfly larvae. No, she's the Johnny Appleseed of goddamn milkweed. Goddamn. She's trying to improve monarch butterfly larvae lives. Okay? Like, this lady is pure. It was only about butterflies and creating a space for them. The end. Hunt posted on Facebook. Gardening is my life, and I tried to share it with all of you. I won't make that mistake again. Yo, this lady got burned. So today a tragedy occurred, and I was too busy enjoying nature to know that what went down. I was in my fields with the beautiful weather and put a bunch of milkweed seed pods in the shed to dry. And the one that was opened up, I took with me. Oh, let's go to this post. I gotta see this. When I was driving around, the seeds blew out, and it was a beautiful thing to me, so I felt the need to share it. Yo, I'm sorry. Has anybody enjoyed life as much as Misty Dawn? Misty Dawn enjoys life way more than any of us. Goddamn. I posted a pic of the pod because it looked cute in my dash cubby, and when I rolled down the windows, they started blowing everywhere. It was glorious. So I videoed it, and my old iPhone tried really hard to post it while in the back roads near the power plant, but it didn't. And now we are here. To my community, I am sorry. Don't apologize. Sorry that a post of mine was linked to a terrible situation. It was never my intention. Do not apologize, Misty Dawn. Misty Dawn, no, this is the world's fault. This is not your fault. You're literally the one person out there doing it right now. You were like, I literally didn't know the world was crumbling around me because I was having too much of a good time. Okay? Oh, the mighty guys, are we doing Venture Bros in the chat? Are we doing Venture Bros in the chat? Is that what's happening right now? Cuz you know. You know we throw down around here. You know we're old. You know we're old up in this place. Got my Venture Bros Season 1 DVD, baby. I love Venture Bros. Sorry, guys. Let's go back on this. Misty's the only person living life the right way, okay? Everybody else is doing things wrong. She was literally disconnecting, enjoying life. And this is just wrong. For those who really know me, you know I can be wild at times, but not like this. Misty, you're not wild. You're a goddamn stallion. Please stop. And for those who are calling for my undoing, you don't know me or what is in my heart. But thank you for the assumption. And thank you for the witch hunt. You didn't ask for clarification, and now you're calling for me to resign and to be fired from a job where I constantly make kids smile. I am a human being, too. I've always been outspoken, and I own my BS. I'm a big fan of free speech, and I enact it quite often, but this is not one of them. It was only about butterflies and creating a space for them. The end. Gardening is my life, and I tried to share it with all of you. I won't make that mistake again. My heart goes out to the Kirk family. No one should go over the blah, 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 blah. So, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Misty Dawn, you are... What? This is what's on Facebook, guys. You see this? This is what's on Facebook. Maybe you should be on Facebook. Hunt explained the misunderstanding in several Facebook posts. After reflecting on what happened to Kirk, she made that post. And then she made, "We must condemn political violence." Yeah. So she dropped some bars. She also addressed what happened on Thursday in a school board meeting. Okay, here we go. Never in my wildest dreams did I think a community whom I believed in and fought for would paint me in such a vile light. Hunt posted on September 16th after she received death threats. This really sucks, dude. Like, this lady seems awesome. She also addressed what happened on Thursday when a school board meeting was moved to the high school gym with law enforcement providing security because of the interest and death threats the post generated, according to the Indiana Gazette. What normally is sparsely attended affair drew a crowd of 60 people. It was simply the wrong post at the wrong time, Hunt said at a meeting, according to the Gazette. No, it's not the wrong post. You can literally, like, dude, she didn't immediately respond to messages from Trib Live seeking comment. Trib Live. That's a crazy name for a website. I cannot undo the damage, but I can promise to do better and continue to serve all of you to the best of my abilities. You didn't do any damage. And you don't have to do better. You're doing great. She's stepping back from the board and won't participate in meetings until after the November election where she is seeking another term. Hunt abstained from all votes during the meeting. Yeah, dude, this is crazy. This sucks. So, like, she was literally just living her life, like, being nice to butterflies, and that's the shit she gets. You can't do nothing anymore. Like, you can't do a nice thing. Don't even try. Don't try to enjoy the beauty of nature because some psycho's gonna be like, dude, you're yelling at my favorite boy, and you're literally just trying to do butterfly shit, dude. I don't get it. Look. You might find yourself like making some kind of post and getting blapped for it these days. So I think, like, a lot of people are being careful about what they say, but I also think I don't know, we're in a very weird time, right? Because, like, things need to be said. We need to keep talking. We need to make sure people understand what needs to be done. I think the most important thing for all of us right now is community building. And I think sometimes people get stuck on how that can be done because they think, like, volunteer work automatically, right? It can also be, like, what you do for work, or, like, what you, like, like my wife opened that music school. She teaches music lessons, so she's doing something for the kids in the community that will give them something to kind of escape the darkness of the things around them, right? There's a lot of things we can do like that. Even if you go to your rec center, like, offering your skills to the kids in the community is always good. And because it also shows them that, like, somebody with your politics, if you're a progressive, is somebody who cares about the community and puts that into action. So that's an important thing that I think we need to kind of focus on right now, as this Charlie Kirk stuff is huge, as we look at, Trump's saying things like, I think Trump said another thing tonight. Let me look it up. I think he said something else about, like, war on the left. And you know, the only way to combat like a narrative like that, you know, they've been saying, you know, this Charlie Kirk thing is like a result of leftist, you know, rhetoric or something like that, violence. When we've seen so many things that have shown that the right produces a lot more violence. But regardless of where the rhetoric's coming from, whatever, you know, the best thing we can do is enact the small changes in our community, because that's going to be where things directly happen. That's where we're going to be able to make the most change. So,
he has to walk around with.
I'm trying to see if I can find where this Trump quote, if he said something today. Trump designates, oh yeah, he designated Antifa a domestic terrorist group, but it's not even a group, so, you know. I think it's just important as we're going through all this and we all come from, meet your neighbors. Kyle Crunk, like, really, really good idea. It's as simple as that. Like, there's people in your neighborhood who you can help. And, like, it can be as simple as your neighbor and, like, being there for them, watching their house when they're gone, things like that. Having the backs of other people in your community is going to make them have your back. And when the hammer falls in the direction of someone that you love, it's going to be easier to find protection with the people in your most immediate vicinities, right? So I think it's really important. Yeah, you meet your neighbors, you go to your local small businesses and your shops. You know, I don't like capitalism, but the way that we need to, like, improve things is by supporting the small businesses in our community that actually do things and know the members of our community, right? I know, like, there's lots of downtowns that, like, think of things like, you know, the kids going around to different stores for trick-or-treating, right? They go to stores, like, things like that. Very little instances of community building can have a big impact, because these kids will grow up thinking of the people that they knew in their neighborhoods and their communities, especially if, you know, you have a diverse community. You know, I work in Newark, in New Jersey, which is a super diverse community. And there's lots of people to interact with, lots of people to get to know, lots of ways that I've been able to go up to people and be like, hey, you know, I'm a video guy. Is there something I can do to help you, you know, get your project moving in a certain direction? And we build from there, you know. Spend it small, steal from large. Cal Crunk, I wouldn't. Let me just say this, right? Cover my bases. I would never think that anybody stealing from a large conglomerate or chain store or something like that, it's all evil. It's all the same level of evil all the time. Something in my eye, you know what I mean? So yeah, guys, that's kind of like the whole idea here. So like, basically what I kind of wanted to go through tonight, the whole crux of everything I wanted to talk about, and the videos I produced for the live performance in the beginning, was really Hank, my neighbors are dangerous cokeheads, or old people who think I'm weird and scary. City life, yeah. You know what, Hank? My older brother used to live in Philly, and he had, like, the wildest neighbors. But you know what? In times of crisis, you want the cokeheads on your side. You want the dangerous cokeheads on your side, sir. Okay. But, like, the whole meta narrative that I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, and, like, you know, with the music and everything I kind of painted, was that, you know, right now we obviously have this assault on free speech, however you want to characterize it. But obviously we're in a place where it's harder to say things that might be considered counter to the current administration, right? But through the things that we have, like art and culture, we can always say what needs to be said, and communicate with each other, and communicate with the people that we teach our art to. Because I think of this example. Yeah, Cal Crunk, do be safe in anything that you do that I don't advocate for. Aaron Lewis from Stained. Aaron Stained. Do you guys know the band? Who's Pink Floyd from Pink Floyd? Aaron Lewis from Stained was recently upset. We talked about this story the other week. He got upset recently at Bruce Springsteen because he was like, born in the USA. He tricked all of us because that song is anti-American, and we all thought it was American. And that, to me, gave me a little bit of hope, because I was like, okay, you know, people can be bigoted, they can be fascist, they can, you know, they can support all these evil things, but, you know, evil really struggles with poetry. Evil really does not do good with art. It has a tough time deciphering anything that isn't just on the nose, you know, directly stated to you. So find the ways right now to keep communicating through art, you know, communicate on the small, by the way, which one's big? Continue figuring out how to communicate with people in your local communities, right? Have conversations, non-confrontational ones with the people in your community. You know, online, I think online we tend to be a little more confrontational, which, you know, I'm neither here nor there with. I think it's fine. But it's not the real world. We have to remember that it's not the real world. You're you know, like Misty from the last story wasn't even she didn't even know that Charlie Kirk shit was going on, man. She was trying to enjoy the milkweed. So, you know, I just wanna see my people taken care of. You know, the people that I know, a lot of people in the trans community. I know a lot of people in the queer community. I've been really, 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 like, so lucky to be welcomed into the community, just as a straight cis dude too, and I've really appreciated my time with so many of my friends, because, you know, even as a cis straight dude, like, learning how to embrace yourself is something we all need to learn how to do, and not be afraid of doing that, and the judgment that can come with others. It's a community based off love, and when you know that, it's scary to see all this rhetoric going out. So just remember that, you know, the communities that are built around love still need the love to continue to grow, right? So that's kind of that's the sappy shit, okay? Let's play video games. Shit. Bucks up. You want to fight, bro? Yeah, that's it's all a throwdown right now, you know? All right, gang. We're going to do some gaming now, okay? Let's do a little bit of escapism. We're going to look, guys. Last week, you know, we did a little Star Fox, and I blew it. I did a bad job. I went down the right hand path. That's not the good path. That's not the hard path. I got to do it again this week. I'm sorry, my Silent Hill crew. I'm sorry. I got to do Star Fox again this week. I got to go down the left-hand path. All right, here we go. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3? I still haven't played Baldur's Gate. Oh, my God, I want to so bad. We're doing Vidya games. Breaking out the Vidya games. Yeah, I really want to play Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, here we go, gang. Switching over to gaming mode. Whoa. What's up, everybody? Now I'm over here. And here comes the Star Fox. All right, guys, so look. Last week we went down the right-hand path. And the right-hand path is not as good. The ending you get is not as good. I'm going to lower this just a little bit. So I got to redo it, guys. I got to redo it.
Message from General Pepper.
Let me know if the volume is crazy for you guys or anything. Open your gaming juices and let's game. Absolutely. I'm also going to... Oh, wait. Am I coming? Oh, yeah, I am coming through on the mic. Duh. Real quick. Also, guys, what I got to do, the Z button, I had going to the frickin' R bumper, and then shit was just all over the place. All right, let's do that. Lilac Wars, UKers in the house. We love that. All right, everybody. So here's what we're going for today. We're going for the left-hand path. When we did it last week, we went the right-hand path. When you finish Andros at the end, you do not see your dad flying through. Like, there's just like a whole secret ending you don't get. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that today. I'm feeling it. I'm in it. Let's go.
Corneria, fourth planet of the Lilac system.
We're gonna vibe out to the intro.
The evil Andros turned this once thriving system into a wasteland of near extinction. General Pepper of the Cornerian army was successful in exiling this maniacal scientist to the barren, deserted planet Venom. 5 years later, General Pepper noticed strange activity coming from Venom. James McLeod, Pigma Dangar, and Peppy Hare of the Star Fox team were sent to investigate. Upon their arrival, Pigma betrayed the team, and James and Peppy were captured by Andros. Peppy barely escaped Venom and returned home to tell James' son, Fox, about his father's fate. A few years have passed. Andros has again invaded the Lilac system. General Pepper has turned to a new Star Fox team, headed by Fox McCloud, to save Corneria and free the Lilac system once again.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it, gang. Yeah, Cornella, I don't know if you were here last week, but Falco died on the first level, so it was bad. It was bad. To be fair, it was my first time playing this game in many years.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
I'll do my best. Andros won't have his way with me.
Phrasing.
Good luck.
Open the wing.
Music's so good. Ooh. Get it, Koji Kondo. I think he did this one. He must have.
Falco here. I'm fine.
Badass.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
All right, Peppy.
Slippy here. I'm okay.
Slippy, shut up, Slippy.
I see him up ahead.
Already annoying.
Let's rock and roll.
All right, we're in. Oh yeah, baby. Already feeling it in the fingers.
Slippy, watch out. Both of your tail.
Oh, Slippy, you distracted me.
Whoa! Help me!
I hate you, Slippy. I hate you.
Thanks, Fox.
No.
I thought they had me.
We're entering Corneria City now. This is horrible. Everybody stay alert!
Can't believe I only have a Sinky Dingle laser. Oh, the sound effects? Yeah, Akari, I love the sound effects. Alright, left is speed up.
You're an enemy on your tail! Use the brake!
Oh, flip it.
I'll take this. Get the one behind me. Something's wrong with the Tism. I I guess I should be thankful.
Yeah, I guess you should, Falco. Oh, I want that. Slop. We gotta get a little bit of the slop off, you know? Just a little slop on it. Just a little rust. Alright, guys, let's do this. Let's get that secret level. Gotta hit these.
Pretty smooth flying, Fox.
That's right, that's right. Okay, good.
Follow me, Fox.
Alright, we got the secret. Already starting out on the left hand. Much better.
Where are you going? I found the target. Try to keep up.
Alright, alright.
Time for a little payback.
Yeah, Calcrunk, last week was my just yelling at it. I was not playing the game last week. I was eating boogers. Terrible job. Not that I'm like an elite gamer or anything.
Someone want to play.
Come on.
He's coming at me from the rear. Drop altitude.
Done. I love the water. Here we go. I'll get this guy out fast.
That's it, Fox. Aim for the open spot. Yeah! It's working!
Yeah, we did good. All right, we're back on it, but I will say my thumb already hurts.
You'll never defeat
I'm gonna have some serious gamer thumb, old man style.
We're heading out. All aircraft report.
God, we're already doing so much.
You did it! I was worried for a moment.
You're becoming more like your father. I'm fine. You okay over there, Fox?
Guys, have you had this Liquid Death, Dr. Death, sparkling water? I never had any Liquid Death stuff before, but this is like so delicious. I love it. Oh, Sector Y. Let's go. Yeah, baby. We're heading left. Let's go. We got a good run going. We're getting good.
We're under attack. Help us out here. I'm on my way.
You got it, brother.
Good luck.
Is there a secret to get through this? I'm trying to remember if this one has alternate or not. Oh, I think I have to shoot all of the turrets on one of the ships. And if I get it wrong, Falco's gonna be like, you're supposed to shoot them all, Fox.
Somebody's gonna pay for all this.
We fight the monkey boss. I like it.
Don't let any of them through!
Something's wrong. I don't see anything.
What do you mean, Slippy? What do you mean you don't see anything?
Surprise attack coming from above! Hold them! They're trying to get through!
Maybe I have to go below when he goes above. Yeah, they are Zaku-looking robots. Yo, I'm about to go read all of this hand stretching talk.
You're supposed to shoot them all.
Oh, did I fuck up?
The enemy's coming from behind.
I can't remember if he always says that or if I fuck up. Hit the brakes, Fox.
I'll take care of everything below.
I'm going above.
Aha! Got you tight there, eh? Escaping? I don't think so. Hey! Leave me alone!
So many lasers.
Take him down with one shot.
Yep. I already know that's outcome. Oh, I
We're
did
gonna
it.
break through that fleet. Is that the best you can do?
Oh yeah, I think I needed to get a certain number of kills to get left back. I don't know, man. This is an incredibly hard game to think while you're playing. Not even that it's like it takes a lot of thought process. Just I don't know. I guess my thumb is attached to my brain.
Something's up ahead! Looks different!
Let's see. See if I got this right.
All range mode.
Enemy shield
Yo,
analyzed.
listen to that bass line in this song. It is ridiculous.
Gee, quit moving around. Watch the radar carefully, Fox.
Yeah, I'm on it, baby. Come on.
Good job. Keep up the good work. Shoot, I'm taking damage.
Well, stop taking damage. I need you.
No,
Connected by the hand bone, yeah, Kari. The brain bone connected to the hand bone.
It's time to try our new weapon.
I love this guy's voice.
I'm coming for you.
I think I like his voice because it sounds like every grandparent I've ever had. I'm Italian.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. What's wrong? Is that it?
Hey, I need some more draw distance on this shit.
Cocky little freak.
That's my favorite line of the game. Cocky little freak.
Cocky little freak.
That's me. Cocky little freak, baby. Alright, let's see. Did we do it?
All aircraft report.
I'm fine.
I'm incredibly ashamed to say that I'm
Everything's
sweating a
A-okay.
little bit from just hitting A so much.
Ah, you're getting better, Fox.
Did I have to get 100 enemies down? Was that it? Let's see. Oh, my ass. God damn. All right, we can still make this, though. We can still make this.
Katina is battling the enemy. Will you help him out?
Affirmative, General.
Yeah, no, for real. It is a combination. Hitting A is a workout, and the anxiety sweats. They're coming together.
Hang on, guys. Help is on the way.
I like Bill. Bill's cool. Bill's like a bro. Bill feels like... I'd blaze him.
Fox, you made it. Bill, is that you? I can't believe it. We can catch up later, Fox.
Oh, am I shooting our guys here?
Fox, that's one of ours.
Oh, it's hard to tell them apart.
Hard to tell the good guys from the bad.
Slippy. First thing you said that I...
Try shooting the bad guys, Fox.
I'm so trying. Oh, man.
All units report.
You're not getting away that easy.
Oh, Kari, I feel you on anxiety. So I'm constantly sweating. Layers of sweat. Just constantly lubricating.
Enemy mothership approaching.
Enemy mothership approaching, dude. What?
There's one down.
Terrible.
You're not getting away that easy.
I'd love to find an enemy over here. Holy moly.
Bulldog unit, don't let anything through.
Yeah, one down, hundreds to go, exactly. Oh, Snuggler. Yeah, that is a good question. Akari, is that what your name is referenced to? Akari, you should also check out Snuggler's channel. He's one of my favorites. Like, no joke. He just did a great video on Nancy Drew point-and-click games. And he does amazing
Go for the four hatches
videos
on the underside.
Video games that have influence from like Gothic horror and stuff. It's really good.
Time for a
The
little payback.
Nancy Drew is on fire. Fancy Nancy. Let's go.
Knock it off, Fox.
I'm sorry, Peppy. It's confusing as hell around here.
The hatches
No,
are open.
I'm not even being kind, Snugs. I genuinely love your stuff.
All units report.
I've told you this, you know, I'm a fan.
I won't let you get away from me.
We fancy Nancy for
Enemy
real.
down. Wait, that was one of ours. All units report. The hatches are open.
All right, go for the hatches. Let's go.
Time for a little payback.
All right, gotta take this mothership out. I gotta get this right.
See if I help you again.
Bill, sorry, dude.
All units report. Time for a little payback. Scratch one foot.
Is that down or not?
You're not getting away that easy.
Bulldog unit, don't let anything. The hatches are open.
I got one.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Ow. That sucked.
Man, there's just no end to these guys.
You're not getting away that easy.
Knock it off, Hawk.
We needed that.
I got one. you. The hatches are open. There's some sort of energy reaction. The core has appeared. Stand by to attack.
All right, standing by, Bill. Standing by, Bill. Hey, 50 seconds left. Oh, shit.
Time for a little payback.
Lay down,
I
lay
won't
down.
let you get away from me. Hurry up. Take out that core.
One laser. This is bad, guys.
There's
This
one
is
down.
bad. This is a bad situation.
Hurry up. Take out. Yeah! You did it.
We did it. We did it. Whew. Oh my god. Oh, we got chillers going. We got chillers. Oh, Kari, already subscribed to Snugs? Of course, you are. High taste. High taste. Wow.
Take care, Fox.
You got it, Bill. You're my dude, Bill.
You too, Bill.
You're my dog, dude. Yeah, Andros is, he's a mad scientist monkey man who is taking over the galaxy with his inventions, basically, yeah. That's it. Bam. Alright. I don't think we're gonna get, like, the cool ending, because we didn't go all the way around the left, because I think it has to be all red lines, but let's see.
That area's an oven. Don't go burning that R-wing. Be reasonable, Fox.
I'll be careful.
That's all you get. I'll be careful. Be reasonable. Oh, Star Fox Adventures is I love Star Fox Adventures, Snuggler. It's a weird one, but I like it. Obviously not like any of the other ones. Oh, dude, I should stream that next. I have it. It's on my list.
The R-wing might not make it. This baby can take temperatures up to 9,000 degrees. Don't fly too low. Your ship can't take it. Shoot the rock.
All right, rocks.
Sorry, guys. Looks like you could use some help, Fox.
Yeah, Bill. Oh, thanks, Bill.
Don't get too excited. Here we go.
Oh, this is the Bill run right now. This is the straight Bill run.
Watch yourself, Fox.
Oh, no. I missed that laser because of that. Damn. Anybody who plays first person. It's wild. All right, Snugs. Good night, man. Thank you for hanging in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Everybody, subscribe to Snugs. Genuine good videos. One of my faves. Does all the games that you probably won't play but want to know about. The gothic and cool, but like the mechanics are terrible.
Hey, good riddance. These temples got burned. It's too hot. I can't take it anymore.
Slippy, I need you to get off the ambulance and help me out. This level is chaos, man. This level. I can't tell if my ADHD brain is like right in the cut right now and is really thriving, or if I'm in a state of panic. Kind of both. The boss. Oh, I remember the boss for this stuff. The boss for this stuff was crazy. Lava beast. All right, here we go. Here we go.
And drop is an insane fool. Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
Give me more rocks. Give me more rocks, please. It's one life, not bad.
Major buddy, go away. Good riddance.
You got the crap laser gun though, the same.
It's too hot. I can't take it anymore.
Slippy, you look ridiculous right now. Alright, we gotta stack these bombs. We need bombs.
Location confirmed. Pending survive.
That's cool. Ooh, this is stressful.
And drop is an insane fool. Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
They have mercy on me. They like.
Pull together.
Dude, dang, this is tough. Alright. I'm gonna lock in, gang. Sorry. I'm gonna stop noobing it up now. I was just playing. Anyway. Now I'm gonna play for real.
Good riddance. Now what's that burn? It's too hot. I can't take it anymore.
You're flying kind of dumb.
Location confirmed. Pending survive.
Yes. We needed that so bad. Oh my god. Now we can actually do something. It's crazy how bad one laser is. Alright.
And drop is an insane fool. Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
How do I avoid that? Figure out what the pattern is for the wave.
Here they come.
I really could have used that.
You're not leaving yet.
Yo.
No!
This is harder than the stuff on the hard pass.
Good riddance. Now we're gonna burn.
He can bleed. We can kill him. You're right. You're right.
I can't take it anymore.
Just because he's in lava don't mean he can't get cooked. Stack these bombs. I'm bombing it up.
Location confirmed. Pending survive.
Need a laser. Stop giving me health. My health is just going to drop. Laser! Alright, let's go. Bombs. Bombs, bombs, bombs. Bombs away.
Airdrop has been insane.
Data analysis complete. Here it comes. You're all right.
This one laser is killing me. Oh.
No!
Man, if I get a game over. If I get a game over.
Nature, buddy, go away! Good riddance. Now we're gonna burn.
It's too hot. I can't take it anymore.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Okay. We're in business again. I'm not losing this one again. All right.
Airdrop has been insane.
Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
Go!
Okay. How do you avoid that wave? All right, this is it. If I die on this one, it's game over.
Eat your buddy. Go away.
Hang it up for the night. It takes so much hard. My thumb can only take so much. I'm not a young man anymore. I'm an older senior thumb.
Can't take it anymore!
Locations confirmed.
Yeah, it's not a good night to be a Star Fox gamer. Yeah, use a charged laser on the blast of asteroids. Yeah. All right. I like this coaching. Give me that coaching. Give me that. I need my gamer coach here. I didn't drink enough Belle Delphine bath water. That's why I'm not gaming as good as I could.
Airdrop has been insane.
Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
That's right. All right, here we go. Let's get those asteroids. All right, coach.
Pull together.
It's a heartbreaker of a night, gang. We take. Is there anything worse than a game over screen? Nothing damages your ego like that. That's not good. All right. Next week, I take down the left-hand path. I won't have this anymore. It was a valiant effort. Thank you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I expect you in here next week. You're my coach. I'm going to need your assistance on this one, okay? I cannot end up in solar again. I think that's what I've learned here. Oh, and my camera dropped that anyway. So perfect timing. All right, guys. I'm going to bounce out of here. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Good night. I will see you next time. New video essay dropping this week about the lies and deceit of the National Center of Sexual Exploitation. So, interesting video coming out. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I will see you next time.